What do Indian consumers look for in an upgraded vehicle? Better design, newer tech, and if it's an EV, then improved range and performance. And all these given to them without a higher price tag. Well, BYD India has done just that with the eMax 7, the successor to the E6 electric MPV. Now, while on papers, these upgrades to the eMax 7 make it a substantial improvement over the E6 MPV. How do these enhancements translate into real life? Hello and welcome to HG Auto. Sit back as we take you through the upgrades made to the eMax 7 and check whether these upgrades do make it an evolution over the E6 MPV.
BYD initially entered the Indian market in 2007 as a battery supplier to mobile device manufacturers. Later in 2021, they expanded into the passenger vehicle segment with the E6, primarily targeting the fleet operators. Gradually, interest from private buyers also started getting in. While the E6 offered a decent package, it had few drawbacks, most of which is the lack of premium features at the price point it was offered at. The eMax 7 aims to address these issues. It is designed to offer more luxurious and premium experience, and all that starts with the exterior styling. Building on the basic silhouette of the E6, the new eMax 7 elevates its premium appeal with some noticeable upgrades starting right at the front. Gone is the fake grille design of the E6. In its place, the eMax 7 adopts a more EV-inspired look featuring BYD's signature dragon face grille and the new crystal diamond floating LED headlights. The bumper also features a clean design with the lower half of it housing the air vents for the powertrain cooling and the radar module for the ADAS system. Additionally, a front-facing camera is also integrated here as the part of the 360-degree camera setup. On the sides, the eMax 7 retains the MPV styling of the E6 but introduces few new distinct changes. Most notably, the new 17-inch alloy wheels give it a fresh look, and the door mirrors now incorporate a camera and an NFC card reader for added convenience. At the rear, BYD has added connected LED taillights with intricate detailing, enhancing the overall premium feel. Plus, the tailgate is now electrically operated for easier access. All in all, these exterior changes make the BYD eMax 7 noticeably more upscale than the E6. But the exterior upgrades are just the beginning. The real deal happens on the inside. Starting with the front row, the BYD eMax 7 gets few upgrades over the E6, which makes it instantly recognizable as a premium model.
Up front, the first major change is this new infotainment screen, which is now 12.8 inch as compared to the 10 inch which was there in the E6 MPV. The central console too has been changed with a new gear knob, which looks quite fancy, I would say. The steering wheel, the design of the steering wheel has also changed, but the instrument cluster remains same. As of the front seats, they do get a new upholstery. They also add on the ventilated seat functions. While the driver seat is a 6-way electrically adjustable seat, the passenger seat gets a 4-way electrical adjustable setting.
Apart from these changes, the MPV also features wireless charger and ambient lighting, which certainly makes the new MPV a bit premium. But it is the rear half of the MPV that gets the most notable changes.
Now, the biggest change to the eMax 7 happens inside the cabin. It feels much more premium than the E6 MPV because of these captain seats and the panoramic glass roof. Now, these seats, you get an option for a bench seat as well, which can sit up to 3 people. But in this particular model, we have these 2 captain seats, which are fairly plush with this tan sort of an interior. The seat cushioning is quite well, I would say. As of the seats, they are fairly comfortable. The cushioning is well done. The back support is also wide enough. The under thigh support is, I would say, decent. For taller passengers, it would be a bit uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable to a great extent, but for longer journeys, yes, it would be. Knee room is also fair enough. I mean, I'm not the tallest, but gets ample amount of knee room for at least for my height. You get enough headroom as well. Other upgrades do include soft touch materials on the upper half of the door. You get a soft touch leather finish on the door armrest. The upper half of the door also gets a soft touch finish, while here you get a wood design sort of a finish. Other changes, you get these storage areas behind the seat backs, the front seat backs. You get at least 3 storage bags. One is for the magazines, newspapers, folders, anything you want, and 2 for your mobile devices, iPad, phones, anything. You also do notice 2 AC vents at the rear. Now the earlier E6 had 1 AC vent which was installed here. You also get 2 USB charging ports, one the normal USB and one USB Type-C charging port, and above that you get a storage area, a small shallow storage area. Now the glass roof also gets this electronically foldable curtain, which even the seal didn't get. The seal had it as an option, as an extra accessory, but the E-Max 7 gets it as standard. Now if you go for the bench seat, you'll particularly like the flat floor which the E-Max 7 gets, which will be a plus point for the passenger sitting in the middle. The door pockets are fairly big enough. They wouldn't hold a 1 liter bottle per se, but 500 milliliter bottles wouldn't be a task to hold. Another key highlight of the E-Max 7 is the third row. Yes, the E-Max 7 gets a third row, which the E6 didn't. Now to access the third row, you get 2 options. Either you take the passage to the third row in between the captain's chair, or you can fold down the seats, the second row of seats, and climb in. Now the third row, I wouldn't say is particularly comfortable. There's not enough cushioning. You sit knees up. The knee room is also not enough, even at my height. Although the headroom is good. This console also eats into the passenger space. Now there are a few saving graces as well. I mean, you get 2 AC vents on the mounted on the roof of the car, and 2 cup holders, one on each side. And also this seat gets a reclining function. You can recline the seat by this much. The E-Max 7 is identical to the E6 when it comes to dimension, but BYD has installed a third row, so that will eat up into the luggage space. But the question arises, how much has it eaten into the luggage space?
With all the seats up, the E-Max 7 offers 180 liters of luggage space, enough for 2 cabin-sized suitcases and few backpacks. Folding down the third row expands the boot capacity to 580 liters, and with the second row folded, which is only available in the 7-seater model, you could even transform the E-Max 7 into a mini camper. The BYD E-Max 7 can actually be used as a mini camper, not just because of the space, but also the tech available. It gets vehicle-to-load functionality, which allows the vehicle to act as a power source for appliances like projector, coffee machines, and whatnot. With these new additions, the E-Max 7 is definitely more premium offering than its predecessor. But what about the driving experience? Has BYD addressed the E6 major shortcoming? The answer is yes, though only to a point. The E-Max 7 now delivers double the power of the E6, with the top-end superior trim producing 201 bhp and 310 Nm of torque, while the premium variant offers 161 bhp with the same torque output. While on paper, these powertrain upgrades are substantial, but the real-world experience isn't quite as impressive. Sure, the E-Max 7 feels more powerful than the E6, yet it lacks the effortless acceleration typically expected from an EV, even in sport mode. On the plus side though, the ride quality is quite well balanced and comfortable, making it ideal for fully loaded journeys. Meanwhile, in our test, the E-Max 7 delivered around 75% of its claimed range. Cabin noise isolation is also solid, though a bit of road noise seeps in from the front wheel arches. Overall, the BYD E-Max 7 achieves its goal as a comfortable, practical people mover traveling from point A to point B. The range has also improved with the superior trim's 70.8 kWh battery pack, promising up to 530 km, while the premium's 55.4 kWh battery pack offering 420 km of range on a full charge.
So that was the BYD E-Max 7. With the upgrades and the price tag it gets, this electric MPV certainly makes a better buy over the E6 and takes it right up there with the competition. However, calling this an evolution over the previous generation model would be a bit of a stretch. Nonetheless, if you are in a market looking for an MPV, then this electric MPV from BYD certainly needs to be shortlisted. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more such content.